Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Fnatic's turn to pick. I speak for the trees. Phoenix's turn to pick.
Faceless Void. Witch Doctor.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Invoker.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Pick Faceless Void. Which
Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
group, by the way, there you have, of course, Group A, Group B. This is Group B. Group A is a bit more decided right now. Group B still has quite a few matches to be played, and for these two teams, this is a match that is super important because we've got ourselves two teams that have played both two games. They both.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
They both tied one of their opponents. And that means that they're both on 3 points. And that means that this match will decide who gets second place for now. Because there's still more matches to be played, of course. Every team plays 4 series. And as you just heard, they've only played 2, so they still have 2 in total to go, including this one. So this is a very important series for them, though, because they need to win this one. Signature Trust is the team that Fnatic was able to 2-0 so far, and MVP Phoenix was able to 2-0 Execration. So they have both 2-0 different opponents. And Mineski is a team that MVP Phoenix still has to face, so that's going to be a tough one because Mineski is doing really well for themselves. They're actually on top of the boards right now. But if MVP Phoenix tie this one or win this one, if they tie this one, they'll be even with Mineski. If they win this one, they'll be on top. So that will guarantee them a top 2 slot, if I'm not mistaken. As for Fnatic, they still need to face Execration, and they were already able to 1-1 Mineski, which is a good feat. And that also means that Execration, probably one of the more easier opponents here. I feel like Fnatic has a good shot of making it to the top 2. But like I said, this game could be deciding, the series could be deciding rather. We're here. Let's take a look at the draft, because that's why we're here anyways. Rather, for the Dota. And the Dota is played with the heroes, and the heroes are Faceless Void, Witch
5
Doctor, and
seconds
Oracle on the
remaining.
side of MVP Phoenix so far. And Nature's Prophet and Invoker on the side
Reserve
of
time.
Fnatic. Tusk Venge, Pudge, yes, Pudge, and
Phoenix's
Anti-Mage
turn to
removed
pick.
from the pool, while IO Bounty Hunter, Gyro, and Templar Assassin removed on the side of Fnatic, and then Shadow Shaman and on the side of Fnatic. And I want to point this out because we've seen this combination of Invoker, Nature's Prophet before. You've got a lot of push on the side of Nature's Prophet, you got counter push on the side of Invoker, you got push on the side of Shadow Shaman. At this point, if you're MVP Phoenix, you're worried. You are very worried. You need
10 seconds
to try. You need to try and get some anti-push
5
because
seconds
Faceless Void
remaining.
is not that great of an anti-push hero. Witch Doctor has the cask, but it's not enough. Oracle, not that much of a
Reserve
great
time.
counter-push hero either. They need to be able to deal with this push coming from Fnatic, and so far they do not have an answer just yet. Now with Oracle and Witch Doctor there, they cannot look for that counter push in supports anymore because those two heroes will be played as a support unless they want to throw a wrench in the works, spanner in the works, and have Oracle as a core, which, hey, I am not opposed to that, but I don't think they'll try that. And I'm thinking which, because Faceless Void, you can put him on the offlane. You can still pick up a mid that has some good counter push. Lina comes to mind, of course. But we'll see what they end up going for. As they are taking into their bonus time. I mean, you gotta be worried when you see this. There's just... It's worry. Alchemist, that can actually be a good one. You've got
Fnatic's
yourself
turn to pick.
the acid spray, lay it down, get on farm, and on top of that, Alchemist is one of the heroes that if you if you lose the racks, which you know the chances are pretty high against Fnatic's team because they have a lot of push. If you at some point lose the racks, Alchemist is a hero that can still farm a lot even if there is the less gold of the super creeps, because Alchemist of course got the
10
Reveal's Greed, which
seconds
means
remaining.
that you can still get yourself that gold. Kunka.
Phoenix's turn to ban.
I'm not gonna call it push, but in a way it definitely is push because it's...
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
because you have the Tidebringer, you make sure you can push the wave back.
Reserve time.
At the same time, it also doesn't allow you to escape. If you are slightly out of position, Kunka will X-mark the spot you, and
Fanatics
I
turn
think
to ban.
this is gonna happen before anybody builds BKBs. Alchemist is really the only one who will build a perhaps fairly early BKB.
Phoenix's turn to
And
pick.
anybody else would die. Oracle can help you out, though. Oracle can help you out. Oracle can make you magical immune. Oracle is gonna be the savior. This is what's happening there. Juggernaut, Ember removed. Ember another core. That would be very greedy, by the way, if they would go for the Ember there. I would like to see a hero that can maybe make something happen fairly early on already, like the Lina.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe, perhaps Ember is considered a fighting core. True.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I would like something else though. Or it's an... Okay, I was not thinking that, guys. Outworld Devourer. Why not? Why not? Well... Okay. I can see it work. If you make yourself win the lane against the Invoker, which he can,
10 seconds remaining.
the Invoker's not going to be able to help out that much. You can win the lane
5
against
seconds remaining.
Nature's Prophet, force him into the jungle. Blinks is the last up there on the side of Fnatic. I actually like the lineup of Fnatic a bit. I can see MVP Phoenix's lineup work as well. Oh. I can see the lineup of MVP Phoenix work as well. It's just a bit harder to execute. That's all there is to it. But they can do it. They're an experienced team. Get themselves the synergy going. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how that OD is going to work out because it's been a while since I've seen OD work in a professional match. Maybe that's just me
10
because I haven't been able to catch up on all the games because obviously there's a lot of Dota going on, and if you're trying to keep up with all the games out there, kudos to you. There are not many people that will be able to say the same, that's for sure.
Prepare for battle.
Let's find out how these two teams will match up against each other. Once again, we're of course in the Shanghai Major Qualifier Southeast Asian Division. We are in Game 1 of the matchup between Fnatic and MVP Phoenix, which is a matchup in Group B. And the matchup which potentially decides which of these two teams will make it into the top 2 of the group, and which means that if you're in the top 2, there's 5 teams in a group. If you're in the top 2, you're making it to the playoffs. Playoffs start tomorrow, so all the remaining matches are played today. So both of these teams, I believe, still have one match played today.
"30 seconds to battle."
Yeah, MVP Phoenix will take on Mineski after this match, and Fnatic will take on Execration after this match. It's very simple. Okay, let's take a look who's playing what. We've got ourselves MVP Phoenix on the dire side, QO playing the Alchemist, Febby on that Oracle, Dubu playing the Witch Doctor. It will be MP playing the Outworld Devourer. MP
The battle begins.
stands for Mental Protector, I believe, to recall that. Horeb will play the Faceless Void, and please correct me if I'm wrong about the Mental Protector thing, because I feel like that's what it stands for. I think I looked that up at some point. But I will see your answer 5 minutes from now, so we'll see if I still remember that I asked that question. On this side of Fnatic, Radiant side, mid one will play at the Invoker. We've got ourselves Mushi on the Kling, supported by Net on the Shadow Shaman. On the bottom lane as well, DJ or Chrissy will play the Kunkka, and then last but not least, it is Ohio on his signature Nature's Prophet. As the Cold Snap's already forcing QO to be a little bit more careful. He went for Greebles, we first got himself that bounty rune, and is now just struggling to get those last hits going so he can get himself some extra gold. In the meantime, Chrissy is having some issues, but he's able to just run away to the tower. Dubu, it's to stop the pool from happening, or at least partly. DJ, are you sure you want to go there? Because there is a whole hate train ready for you. He's actually going to get stunned up by Febby here as well, but he'll make it out. He'll be far enough away. In the meantime, Astral Imprisonment coming out here for Mushi as well, just delaying his farm a bit and stopping him from trying to attempt anything. But this is going to be a tricky lane. We've got, of course, an aggressive tri lane, in case that wasn't clear. His Void, by the way, should be doing okay against the Nature's Prophet. I say that, we see him sitting on low health, but he, in theory, should not die. He might be having issues farming, but he should not die. Talking about issues farming, I believe MP is having some issues farming, as does Mushi. Mushi sitting on 4 last hits, MP sitting on 3. Normally, you don't really see an OD in a tri lane, guys. It's kind of unique to see this because one of the things that the Outworld Devourer actually really needs is levels. That's why you normally see him in mid lane. And I'm really curious if this aggressive tri lane is able to play even, which as an aggressive tri lane you kind of don't want to do because you want to win the lane. That's why you go aggressive tri lane. But if they are only able to play even and not getting any kills, then he won't get that extra experience from getting those kills, and he will be under leveled. He will not be able to get the damage output that he needs to have. I kind of like that we're seeing the port. Whoa, Invis Rune was very close. Oh, Sentry Ward though, one more hit needed, and that's gonna be a kill. Oh, it's not gonna be a kill. Sentry Ward, just out of range. Really like that he had a Sentry Ward to begin with, but whoa, that was really close. Just out of range, just on the edge. No, getting that vision in there. Setting him up. If you start walking away, you know instantly that it's going on you, so you should just be able to always run away from that Fortune's End. And you'll still get stunned, but at least you'll not be in high risk territory where the enemy team can actually jump you. Yeah, and instead of playing even, it feels like the side of Fnatic is getting a bit more out of this aggressive trial than the side of MVP Phoenix is. As something's coming out. DJ. He has got an X mark, so level 1. You need to have level 2 in order to get your combination going with Torrent. Stop in the pool here. Mushi getting dusted up. They want to try and go for him, but he's already home free. That is a very costly dust to use. Supports here are not very rich. In the meantime, QO getting gone upon, and it looks like he is a goner. One more hit needed, and it will be first blood for the Kunkka. Rotating to that mid lane and helping out Invoker. Definitely needed some help apparently in terms of his health. He's actually not all too safe, because there is a very fast Oracle. Oracle, he's gonna try to go for it. Why not? Stuns him and kill. Very easy kill. Bebby though taking a lot of damage and might get surprised. There's an X mark. There should be a torrent there as well. Very soon, maybe not. He heals himself for the moment. It might. No, he actually healed Kunkka. Okay, not enough damage. I mean, the burst damage is nice, but it's mostly like you do that for kill steal. Oh, maybe DJ, careful there. Healed again. Okay, so you use that for the burst damage, and you know you hope that kills him before the heal kicks in. But he didn't actually do that. Purifying flames. Well, a lot of rotations here. Ending in a 1-1, of course, slightly still in favor of Fnatic, who got that first blood. In the meantime, on the top, let's take a look how Forev is faring, because it's not going very great. He gets that vision with the ultimate, but Forev should be able to back out just in time before that Nature's Wrath actually hits him. Ohio sitting on 37-3, up into the 27 of Forev, 28-5. Even though he's farming this quite nicely, but he has to be very careful. He is so scared right now. Alchemist goes down the mid lane once again as Invoker, or rather Kunkka, gets paid for, or pays for that with his life, but no favorable trade in favor of Fnatic. Sorry for missing kill, guys. Mushi stand off with MP. Shackle there as well. MP, there's no way out.
My heart no longer beats.
That is a good rotation coming out from Ohio. The first rotation that he did, by the way. Giving that Faceless Void a little bit of breathing space. People coming back in the mid lane helping out QO. I mean, if you have an Alchemist farmer, you need to make sure that he actually farms fairly decently. And with Alchemist dying twice, he really doesn't have a lot. Like, he is very poor. Sitting on 200 gold. Dying twice within 6 minutes is very painful for an alchemist. But he can farm very fast, so if they stack up some camps perhaps for him, he will be able to catch up. It's one of those heroes that actually can catch up fairly easily. Torn coming out will hit on the OD, but it's just an OD. Why did they rotate lanes? Nature's Prophet went into the jungle, giving Kunkka some farm up top. I actually really like that, because Nature's Prophet is doing okay. He can farm in the jungle. And Kunkka just wants some levels. He wants to have that boat. Soaring now for the Clinks as well. Curious if he's gonna go for the minus armor build. Soaring into Medallion perhaps. And also Mushi giving way for someone else to take over his lane. Nature's Prophet. What? He's going for this. It's just a Witch Doctor. Cold Snap into this crowd. He tosses out the cast, but it doesn't matter. TP and woo! What? Okay.
The darkness.
Welcome to the middle lane. Bebby in a lot of trouble as well. Mushi will be able to first get. Mushi went for that guy, guys. Why did he hit the Treant? Well, that's a shame. Well, they got the Treant. At least something. OD sitting in the trees. No one needs to get out. This is a nice stack for this alchemist. Should be able to catch up. Pink comes out though. Clinks is aware this is happening, and on the side of Fnatic though, they don't really have someone that can really farm those ancients very well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Almost level 6 on DJ. It looks like MVP is slightly struggling though. They need to rely on Alchemist catching up. They have the Chronosphere. Is a good help, which is a big help actually.
You wish.
But generally the Chronosphere sets up for something more, sets up for something else. Oh my god, that's a solo pickup. One more hit, no. Gets disarmed by Fabi, very nicely played. Dusts it up there as well. Do they have enough damage? Fortune's End is there to hold him in position for a little while longer. Does have some help there. Will get healed up by the Oracle as well, but the Chronosphere comes out. Is there someone to finish him off? No. Yes. No. Oh, that actually... It heals him up so much. He is able to live for the moment. He doesn't have an escape. There's 6 charges in 6 seconds. Yes, he does. Or six charges rather. One more hit needed. No, he makes it out alive. Dubu looking for it, but one more hit needed, and Mushi already ate himself another creep, and that is another kill going the way of Fnatic. Because in the meantime, Invoker was able to pick up the Outworld of Power on the other side of the fight. And the Oracle still died to the Nature's Prophet as well. Alchemist lived though. I want to point that out. Everything started to try and save the Alchemist.
Dire's middle tower.
He lived. So good for him.
Dire's middle
Worth
tower.
it? Not so sure. Chronosphere used. At this point you want to use your Chronosphere for something else. And to be honest, I mean the Purifying Flames really worked against MVP in this fight because it just... Yeah, okay, it did some burst damage on the Clinks, but it kept healing him up afterwards more than it actually helped him. The Purifying Flames was exactly why the Faces couldn't finish him off in the Chronosphere, so that was a bit unfortunate there for the side of MVP. And you can see them struggling, you can see that they know that they need to be active and make things happen and trying to get that Alchemist up to par, but at this point it looks like Fnatic's lineup is just online so much earlier and there's really not that much that MVP can do. They did place a sentry up on the high ground, making sure that if Mushi shows up again, that they can actually do something. By the way, this experience is now shared, of course. Tornado picking up Cold Snap up on QO as well. Do they have enough damage to take him down? The Sprout comes out as well, and Alchemist will drop this time. Sentry ward or not, if everybody of the Fnatic team is here, there's very little Phoenix can do. And they'll have their, like 3 of their big creeps just taken out by Fnatic. A lot of gold loss that the Alchemist could really use. He hasn't armlet though. That's something. Every little bit helps. Every little bit matters.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The OD has level 6 right now, but this is where it starts to be problematic when hello? Can you not dive towers right now? Whoa, there is a Chronosphere, but perhaps he's gonna get dropped all the time. And the boat just falls on his head and kills him. Shouldn't have rotated towards the bottom lane on hindsight. Even it's just a save. It was just attempted to save a Witch Doctor. He can't do that by himself. Witch Doctor doesn't have an ultimate. Like if you're thinking about what a Faceless Void Chronosphere can set up for, sure, Death Ward is one of them. But other than that, there's not that much. Apart from right clicks from people, and maybe an acid spray as well. So it's a bit of a weird rotation that he went for there. Feels like MVP Phoenix are slightly outclassed in this matchup, but perhaps now that their aggressive tri-line didn't work, they're not really sure what to do with their lineup or how to make this work, as Clinks is on the hunt once again. See if he shouldn't be able to kill Fabi. Fabi can disarm him. Oh, Cold Snap. Meantime, OD gets picked off by a Shadow Shaman. Tri-lane on top, as this Witch Doctor is in a lot of trouble as well. The Chronosphere, maybe they can get Mushi. The Tornado comes out though, buying Mushi some time. Mushi trying to get out, but gets bashed. Fortune's End is there again, healing him up once more. Another server comes out. Do they have enough damage? They probably teleport him. No, cancels it. And there's no more sentry, and Mushi is fine and healed up because of that Fortune's End level 3. Oh, Fabi. I'm not sure if he would have died without that Fortune's End, but it definitely still did have. Obviously, there's, I mean, again, the burst damage is really nice. But I'm not sure if that's worth it at all to try and use it with the risk of healing people up, because this is the second time that I feel like Klink's away because he got healed up. But it is 3 heroes on the side of Fnatic that are highest up on net worth. You can see it. It's a bit sad, really. It's a bit sad, really. I'm really thinking what they can do to catch up, right? I mean, you got an Alchemist. I already pointed out earlier that an Alchemist is one of those heroes that can always catch up. But it needs to get farm. The downside is, if the OD doesn't get farm, he'll be even more useless. And so you gotta look at it like this. You've got a limited amount of farm available on the map, because all the lanes are pushed out and map control is not in favor of MVP Phoenix. So they got their own jungle, mostly. And this jungle camp here as well. And then they got 5 heroes that potentially want farm. Disregard Oracle, because she won't get any farm. You know that. Witch Doctor just wanted to get level 6. Wait a second, leave miner. No, she's fine. The tower going down. X mark. I was actually trying to go for this still. Question. Hex on the creeping stack, doesn't matter. Shackle is still there upon the Alchemist. In the meantime, Chronosphere locks in Ohio. The tornado gets the Faces Void out. Still, QO ends up going down. Dubu trying to walk away from this one as MP is not going to be able to make it out because he was routed up and killed off an X mark just in case he was able to move away from that, or at least looked like an X mark the spot.
Dire's middle
But
tower
okay,
is under
serves a
attack.
farm. Let's look at it objectively. Witch Doctor, the only reason he took that camp just now was because he needed level 6. He's level 6 right now. You can make things happen with that. If you catch one person in the Chronosphere and there's nobody else around, you got yourself the Chronosphere, you got the Witch Doctor with his ultimate, and hopefully like one extra person to help out. 3 people on one. Should be able to do that. Should be able to kill that. Preferably one of the top 3 so that you can get yourself that nice amount of gold. So then you got the Faces Void, and the Alchemist, and the OD, who all need farm. I feel like at this point you might start to give up on giving the OD farm because he needs a lot to be able to catch up, and Alchemist just can use the farm better. Alchemist is able to get more out of the small amount of farming opportunity that they have, and it looks like that is exactly what they're doing. They're letting Alchemist farm the jungle. It's got 2.1k gold, maybe a Radiance can save them. Hello, courier. Careful. They know it's there.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Dead. And yes, you saw that correctly. There is a Desolator on Mushi. I haven't really looked at items that much, but it should be obvious that the items on item progression on Fnatic is quite a bit ahead compared to that of MVP Phoenix. You got yourself a support with an Ether Lens. You got already the Yules. Ether Lens on the Kunkka as well. It is quite rough to see that if you are a MVP Phoenix fan, as Witch Doctor and Alchemist go down on the top lane. Well, that looks like we're having Faces Void go down here too, perhaps. Oh, he gets saved for the moment, or at least it's borrowed time. False promise. We'll still die, because there's just too much damage coming out, and Febby also shouldn't be able to make it out here. X-Mark coming out. Yeah.
Is under attack.
Will also die. I feel like this is the end of it, guys. There should not be.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fnatic should not be able to throw this lead away. I feel like it is their game to lose. If MVP Phoenix is able to make a comeback, it would be mostly because Fnatic played bad for the last part of the game, for the next part of the game. They don't look like they are willing to give up the lead that they've gathered. 2,900 gold. Gold for the Alchemist. And they're bad enough that they smoke. Are you gonna try and chase it? Nah. They would. They would indeed. They have it. They have the ward up here, so they see them coming. Alchemist goes for the stun, but invoke was already invisible before it actually hits. Nice attempt though.
My just reward.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rough game, rough game. As long as the racks aren't down, they still have a chance. There's an alchemist, there's always a chance. We've all been there. We've all played those games. Just have to drag the game out. Now we talked about that counter push during the draft already because we saw that there's going to be heavy push coming out from Fnatic. And after they realized that they needed counter push, they picked up an OD as well as an alchemist. Now, OD not that great in terms of counter push, but alchemist definitely great. The problem is Alchemist needs to be everywhere. And he can't be too much on the front lines because he'll get picked off. It's so tricky. Oh, so far he's being left alone. Looks like Fnatic just wants to try out to go out in the mid lane. X-Mark, blink forward, looking for a kill. We'll get X-Mark back again soon, but does some damage to Forever nonetheless. Meantime, tower is already under siege here. MVP Phoenix 3600 gold up on their alchemist. I think we won. Kind of missed the memo there that he was supposed to go in. Actually hit this tower with the X mark. But you can see how careful Fnatic is playing it. They're very far ahead and they know they are. But they also know that one mistake could cost them the game if they play it wrong and give the goal to the Alchemist. Plays forward, goes for the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor dead, dominating already. Goes for QO as well. Gets X-Mark back, QO saved. Barely. Healed up again as well. Now the words come out. Now the siege continues real good. The melee racks already going down here. There's really no saving them. Maybe tries to kill off the wards. Some extra farm there. That's actually not that bad. But the lane of racks is already down. Fnatic got that they came for. They back off. And it will be bottom lane next. Everybody apart from Nature's Prophet will continue to that bottom lane. Nature's Prophet can be here anytime he wants. Just went into the jungle to push the wave out and get some farm at the same time. Clinks, what are you doing there? Guts the Witch Doctor again. And X-Mark got cancelled, but he's invisible and they do not have protection. That's where the detection was, and he was standing on the side. Up. Poor Witch Doctor. That's a nice way of dealing with the X-Mark though. You can make sure that he gets stuck in the base, but... oh. Game is very difficult. Another X-Mark. Where did he go? The Hex is there. In comes the Chrono Spear. Maybe they can make sure that the Shadow Shaman, that could be a nice one to kill off, but Forev getting silenced up, and it is Net that is still alive. Now he'll end up going down. Oracle with the last hit, the third kill on the board on the side of MVP Phoenix, and QO actually lived with 5k gold in his pocket. You might be wondering, why does he have 5k gold in his pocket? It's because he can't go to the secret shop. Anywhere the courier goes, it will get scouted out. You can't really go for a mission impossible there, so they have to wait for Fnatic to leave them alone a bit, or he has to go for a different item that he doesn't need to go to the base with. Out of the base for. He's not there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It does look like Fnatic kinda is giving MVP Phoenix a bit of a breather. Never mind. It was Idle Hope. Did you just make a it did make an escape. Radiance is there, Tower under siege. We'll go down before the fight actually starts. Let's see if this Radiance makes something happen. Let's see if they can actually make something happen here. This is supposed to be the magic item for MVP Phoenix. Oh, hello. Okay, Oracle. Ah, this is such a sad Oracle.
Calling. Lie fallow in your grave.
And this is why I do not let an Outworld Devourer on the offlane. X mark. Goes for the Rex, gets disarmed. And without the OD there, they can't keep him in the base to try and kill him off.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Nado, only picking up the Witch Doctor. Plus almost kill him together with the EMP though. Oh, they're going in, they're diving in. Febby trying to stop Min1 from going for him. Here comes Ice Wall, a couple more right clicks needed. Febby will end up going down there. First death. Cast getting thrown out, but that's all that Jubu can do because then he'll end up going down. Maybe they can kill up Net at least. No, they can't do that either. The boat comes in, the GG is called. MVP Phoenix. Oh, I haven't seen them getting crushed in a while. This was definitely very painful. And to be honest, it just felt like they just were not comfortable with their draft. So I hope for them that they can make something happen in the next game that just makes them more comfortable with that draft, makes them able to actually execute the game plan that they want, because they were not able to. Even if you have an Aegis Prophet Invoker, first two pickups, you do not